What's going on, y'all? This is DA Bourne. You're watching The Blessed Opinion. And like I said, like the video, subscribe, and you know what to do. Alright? Alright, so I just watched Maxine's Baby, the Tyler Perry story. But before I get into that, I want to just share a little story with you. It was 1998. I was in my third year of university. Yeah, 1998. Yep. Yeah, I know. I don't look old, right? I'm actually 47. Don't tell nobody. But anyway, so all right. So I was just started dating my future wife, and we this is probably our second or third date or whatever. And I lived in Windsor at the time, and so I lived in Windsor, and so Detroit's like right across the border. You just have to take a tunnel or a bridge, and you're in Detroit. So we I don't know, want to do something different, something I never did before. So I was like, okay, I want to go see a gospel play. I've never really seen a gospel play live on stage, all that stuff. So I started buying this. I bought these tickets, and I'm like, okay, cool. This looks good. This looks good. All right. So I had no idea who put it together, whatever. It just looked good. So I bought the tickets. We went across the border, went through the tunnel, went to Detroit, walked over to the theater, and watched this play. And the play was called I Know I've Been Changed. And it was absolutely great. It was funny. It was great. And then at the end of the play, well, one of the guys, obviously he was an older man, but at the end of the play, a guy comes out who obviously played the old man. We looked at him, and everybody was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You know, all the women were like, oh wow, he's so handsome. I didn't realize he looked like that. And the person was Tyler Perry. Little did, I mean, we saw him at that time, and this was his first breakout play. This was the year he exploded. This is the year it all happened for him. This was before Medea even came in the picture. Fast forward now to 2023, and the guy's a billionaire. Wow. I just had to share because, you know, it's crazy. It's nice to be a part of history, right? But anyway, I watched Maxine's Baby, and yeah, I questioned myself. I was like, you know, was I wrong about Tyler Perry? Like, I see him get to this success, and you know, a lot of things run into my mind, a lot of things run into my head. I'm like, okay, yeah, he started out with all these gospel plays and stuff like that, going into movies, gospel movies, and you see the Christian side of the movies and stuff, but then I saw less and less Christian aspect to the movies and to the TV shows, and I was starting to think, I'm like, did he renounce his faith or something? Is he did he get in connection with the Illuminati or something? All these things ran through my head. All right, without proof, just things that just run through my head, you know, because things talk about, you know, people talk about stuff, and you watch all these things and everything. So, but after watching this film, my goodness. All right, so Tyler came from a rough childhood. I mean, he had a father who literally beat the crap out of him. Like, beat him up. It was, you know, I can't even imagine the pain that of someone getting abused like that. And I'm not even going to get into huge details of this documentary. You need to go watch it on Prime Video. But it just shows his journey and his determination to do what he wanted to do, and that was to make films and to make people laugh, but not just make people laugh, but to get connected with the black culture and explain, you know, the turmoil, the struggles that our black people have gone through. And it was powerful. It was really powerful, and it shows his journey towards getting towards that success. And I guess, you know, when you go through pain, it does really make you stronger. And, you know, he had a mother who supported him throughout this entire journey, which is, you know, one of the reasons why he called it Maxine's Baby, right? Because Maxine is his mother, was his mother. But he even said that the pain that his dad also, he got stuff from his dad that made him the successful person he was today. Even though his dad beat him up, and to the point where, you know, he had to go through some pain to forgive him and everything. He said he did get one quality from his father, and that was his work ethic. He says his father was very hard working, and that really drove him to where he's at today. Now, he describes some stuff in this documentary. He, at one early stages, he wrote, I think it was 12 scripts in 2 weeks. 12 scripts in 2 weeks. Man, it takes me months to write a novel. So to have that drive, and then people are talking about how he is in the studio, and he just demands excellence. When he films, he doesn't want any difficulties, anything. He says any struggles or difficulties, he wants it fixed before he starts filming, because once they start filming, that's it. They just keep going. He drives. He's determined to get things done. And that's probably why he has so much programs out there. That's probably why he has so much films, and his drive, his determination. And it just made me think of myself, and I'm like, okay, I've been fortunate. I've been blessed to not been abused growing up. I grew up in a Christian household. To be honest, I really haven't had any close people pass away. I mean, my grandmother passed away a few years ago, but I mean, like, things that really tug at you hard, and sometimes I question myself. I'm like, do I really have enough of a drive to get successful? Like some of these millionaires and billionaires? Do I really have a journey? What's my story? You know what I mean? If I was to write a book of my life, like, what would make it exciting? What would people get from it? So I think, wow. The one thing that really stands out in my life is that I've always been on this mediocre path. You know what I mean? I've never been able to get over the hump. You know, to break out of debt, to get that house, to hit that income level that I've been striving for. And sometimes it gets to the point where I'm just like, am I gonna get there? I'm in my late 40s. Am I going to see that? Am I going to see that success I've always strived for? And I realize now that, well, not now, but I have to keep telling myself, I cannot give up on that dream. I cannot give up on where I want to see myself, my marriage, and my family being able to give to others in a much bigger scale. I cannot give up on that. I gotta keep trusting God and doing good. As Joyce Meyer would say, trust God and do good. So watching this movie, watching this documentary, Maxine's Baby, really showed that to me, that you just gotta work hard, man. You gotta make the time to get successful. You have to make the time to get successful. Many times we always say, oh, when I have some time, that's when I'm gonna put towards my dreams. And you know what I realized? Life just gets busier. Time passes you by. And the moment you wait for, oh, I'm gonna wait for that moment so that I can get to it, something can come up. Because life happens, right? You have to make the time for your success. I wasn't gonna start the Blessed Opinion until January 2024. But God told me to start it in August. Actually, he told me to start in July. He told me to get going in July, and I started in August. This is my 26th video. And needless to say, I'm not where I want to be, but I am so thankful that I started now. I had to make the time. Even to get this video recording as we speak, it was just like, and every video that I make, it's always like, okay, I gotta put in the time to get it done. And that's what success is, man. Success is doing the things that other people aren't willing to do. Just trying to think of other things in that video. There was so much I got from this documentary that you just need to see it. And my question is, yeah, was I wrong about Tyler Perry? Yeah, I was. I mean, let me just say this. I don't agree with everything he's done in his life. There's a few of his shows that are very questionable to me. I'm just like, why are you doing this show? You know, what's the point of this show? Why you gotta have this content if you say you're Christian? You know what I mean? Like, I question a lot of his stuff. There's a lot of his stuff I do like too. I mean, I also question, why he was living out of wedlock for 10 years and had a child or whatever, but that's not me. I'm not one to judge. I'm not supposed to judge others, right? Um so there's things in his life that I have questions about, but I will not question how he got to this point. I mean, he trusted God and God got him to where he's at and he put in the work. And that's all I gotta tell you today is like, hey, if you have a dream, if you want to get to go where you want to go, you have to put in the work. You have to trust God, do good, and put in the work. Do whatever is necessary. You're going into a new year, you need to put in the work. Get out of your head that, oh, when I have time, I will make do and put. No, you gotta start. You gotta start now. You gotta start now. You gotta make that schedule. You work 50 hours a week, you gotta find some time. Maybe it's 15 minutes. Maybe it's a half hour. I don't know. You know your schedule more than anybody. But you gotta ask yourself, am I willing to put in the work? Am I willing to make that time to make my dream? And trust God in the process, right? So yeah, I highly encourage you to go check it out. Maxine's Baby is on Prime Video. Um, it really encouraged me. I'll probably watch it again another time just to get some more stuff out of it. There was a lot of stuff to absorb. I mean, like Tyler Perry, he has the biggest recording studio in America. Not just the biggest African American studio in America. He has the biggest. And he was the first African American to have his own studio company. And just seeing where he went, and he placed it in a neighborhood that was close to, like, in the ghetto area of Atlanta. And he put it there specifically so that people in that neighborhood could see that you can make your dreams come true. It's incredible. It's really incredible. Um, no, I'll just leave it at that. All right. So, Like and subscribe to the Blessed Opinion. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I got some novels out. Check the description link and go and I'd appreciate your support any way possible. All right, blessings.